No, it's fine now on my tablet.
We're good to go now.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is amazing. Welcome in, everyone. Round
Welcome in.
two. Now
All
we got to
right,
start. We got to start
it-
off extra strong right now.
yeah, it's 8:10, and welcome to the Bari Meal Experience.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, so what were you saying, Tony?
I was just saying, let's not limit, Pride Month and the important topics, that are within our community. Let's not limit these things to just 1 month a year. Let's make it every month a year.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah. And just again, like just being so ignorant to the fact and not really understanding. It's not understanding. It's not like paying attention to, like, so many of us. It's so easy for us. We have so many different journeys, and like we think about acceptance as being like one of the big things for me. If I'm talking about myself personally, it was always like being accepted and feeling left out. And it's just taking it to another freaking level.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, I'm mixed. I'm African American and white. And there was a story one time before where someone told me, uh, I was told, he said, "You're too white for the black and you're too black for the white." Well, I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand in society in some eyes how that is, but I'm not a gay mixed man. I'm not a gay black man. I'm not a part of the LGBTQAI community who go through these difficulties in society on a daily basis, let alone being obese, and it really hurts me to see that people treat other people this way. And it's not even remotely, it remotely has nothing to do with their personal lives. And it just really bothers me that people have a hard time uh, dealing with what other people choose or how they identify. And it really, I was really happy that you all stepped up for the community and stood out the way you did, and we appreciate you all individually for that. So
And I think it's important for people to get to know people before we ever pass judgment. And I think that's what happens is a lot of times when you get hate like that, people pass judgment before they get to know someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think over the past month, we've had the opportunity to really speak with the three of you and really get to know you guys and to really get in depth, to a certain point on a personal level and really like see any type of struggles that and just realize that, what, you're not any different than the rest of us and that there really aren't any differences. And it's just, it's who we are. And if we're different, that's what makes us unique. And if we were all the same, then it would be a pretty boring world.
hey, Tony, can you bring Craig up, RNY Craig? See if he can come up here. I want Craig to be up here with us a minute, if he'll come up.
Well, he's invited. There you go.
There we go. What's
Welcome
up, Craig?
Not too much. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Very good.
Too bad.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Hey, Craig, we were talking. I've had the chance to. We had the opportunity to talk to Chris and Gavin and Dee over the past couple of weeks, and the one thing that stood out to me that really trips me out is that even in the LGBTQAI community, there's still hate going on. They're mean bitches.
Absolutely. All
Can
the time.
can you give us your perspective on that, man? Seriously.
as somebody that was overweight most of my life, as being out, it's hard to be accepted in our community. It is very superficial a lot of the time, unfortunately. If you don't have a 12 pack and a large schlong, you're not accepted in. You're not desired, you're not talked to, anything of that nature. That's just what I've experienced.
If you don't have a 6-pack or a large schlong, damn. And that's it. Like, you're not desired. It cuts the pick down.
Oh yeah, they definitely let it be known.
Yeah,
They'll let you know.
they'll let you know. The amount of times that I've been told, oh yeah, I'm not even going to talk to you because you're fat, or because it's because you've got loose skin. No.
Oh shit.
Yep.
So, like, how do you navigate that to feel accepted by? So, taking the concept of community out, is it the fact of now you find yourself getting accepted by people just because of how you connect with them, or is it like this is the community I find myself connected to, even if I struggle with them wanting to connect with me? Like, how do you find your connection with people?
I connect with people more personally. I don't really care about looks. I never really have. I've not been one of those people. How I've interacted with a lot of people now has changed because I'm not 300 and some pounds anymore. Now I'm 165 pounds. I fit closer into the demographic of what people are looking for. But I just look for people that I can actually have a conversation and connect with. And if I can't do that, then I don't really need to spend time with you anyways. So I don't care what you look like.
Do you feel like you're still guarded or you're defensive when you interact with people?
Yeah, absolutely. But that goes back to like, I still view myself part of the time as a 300-pound person.
Yeah.
So if I have anybody that does even attempt to show interest in a platonic way even, I think there's other intentions behind it.
Yeah, there's trust issues.
Yeah.
Do any of you do you all deal with the same thing, Chris, Gavin, and D?
I mean, I definitely have, and it's not for everybody, but my tactic most of the time, especially because I pass so well as a cis male, I would just throw my shit out there right away. I'm like, I'm a dude, I have a vagina, I'm fat, like this is what's happening, and they're gonna take it or they're not, and I'm gonna be able to read their body language, their facial expressions. I'm gonna be able to tell the depth of our conversations, and I just I don't always do that, but if I'm trying to see if somebody's gonna be cool with me, then I'm just gonna throw it out there so I'm not wasting my time. Sometimes I want to be particular because I want to stay safe. Like there's people that I definitely have to take it more slow with, and like I think Jay, I think he's here, but he has these videos, Jay Salazar, where he like says these things just to like slip statements in to see how someone's gonna react on some of these big things. So like, sometimes I'll wait it out a bit, but I'm like, I'm just gonna throw this at you. Let's see if you catch it. If it sticks, cool. If not, then I'm gonna keep moving.
I don't know. I still feel like we need to share beard care tips because I can't get my beard to look like that.
I can't grow anything like that.
I wish that I could be of help. I'm of no help. I wash it and condition it. I brush it. I trim it. And that's really about it. I also my entire body is covered in hair. So there's that. Like there is not a single inch of my body that is not covered in like hair, like thick ass hair. So it's a trade-off. Great beard, nothing on my head, and it covers my body.
Isn't that some shit?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell? Hey, just a reminder, if any male in the chat wants to come up, we got two boxes open. It doesn't matter if you're a part of the LGBTQ community or not. We want, straight guys up here as well. If you have questions pertaining to the subject, come on up and hang out. We're here. Thanks for coming up, Josh. What's up?
Hello.
Welcome. Josh, I keep seeing you in the comments. And I'm glad you came up.
I hear an echo.
Where's that echo?
Jamie, is that you?
I don't. Is it me?
I don't know. Mute
Hold on.
real quick.
You on mute.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it was
Hi.
him.
Yeah, I was saying.
So I'm glad you finally came up, man. We got a chance to meet. I see you in the comments and all the time. And hey, I'm Rab, man. Thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
And
Nice
that's
to meet
Tony on the other side
Yes.
with the
And I
sexy
follow a bunch of you
collarbone.
guys on here. Yes.
Nice to
Stripper
meet
one,
you.
stripper two.
Hey, yeah, stripper one and stripper two. So, do you identify with the things that we're talking about up here with the mean girls?
Jamie, there you go.
Yeah. It's especially on the infamous apps, I would say. It's definitely a big thing. Even if I put on there, like, because as of Monday, I weighed in and down 116 pounds since the start of the journey.
Congratulations.
But I thank you, and I put that in there, but it's still like you're still big. Like it's not accepted. But it's crazy. I feel like no matter what they're saying, I'm building my own self confidence up more because I know that I have the support from my friends, family, and followers I do have, and going from there. But it's crazy to see the stereotypes are still there, and or it's the chasers that want someone and they say you're a waste of time now because of the fact that you've had surgery and you're losing weight.
Yeah, and touch on this, Ryan, because look, check this out. This is the thing I'm thinking about. Like, this is like no different than um, when we find people in the community we've all been overweight. Some of us are still overweight and we're still struggling and we're battling. A lot of us, a lot of the community has lost the weight, got the plastics, are completely where they want to be, meeting their goals, what have you. And it's funny how soon they forget, and then they turn into the people that they didn't want to be or that they were experiencing going through the trauma with being picked on and not accepted, so on and so forth. Now, we'll put that to the side and move to the LGBTQ community. The shit that they had to go through to fight for a stance. And now, they're, they're having issues within the community with judgment, so on and so forth. Like, where do you think that comes from, Ryan?
So, where I think it's coming from is there is a social norm that is built way before the community, right? So if we take, for instance, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? From a male perspective, he was like a Greek god, right? In that image, right? And then the idea is that if you look like him, you're a man per se, right? And that's kind of what has been instilled in the male society. And the acceptance of other images are just like, I'll accept you at this image, but the qualifications of what I will treat you as will be different. And I think that is the scary part. Like, I've lost over 400 pounds. Like, and I was 835 pounds, and now I'm like, 387. So I'm still big, right? Not as big as I was, but I'm still big, and I'm learning to identify and love myself and my body with the loose skin and all of that, and still accept that I'm still a big guy. But the thing is, I can go tell someone I lost 400 pounds, and they'd be like, no, you didn't. Because I
Right.
still look my size. and then they'll still treat me as the big man. Like I still get treated in the concept of you're fat. And in my head, I'm like, you don't know what fat looked like, though.
Hmm.
So for you to kind of tell me that, I laugh now because you're judging the book still, and you're not willing to read the pages. So I stopped looking for people who are willing to read my pages, and started accepting my pages might just be my story. All right, that just might be my story. I'll share that with people, but at the same time, I'm not looking for the connection that they receive from it. If they get something from it, that's a gift. But I'm not gonna look or force myself to be like, "Can you accept me now?" And that's what I used to do. Right? I used to, at my side still, I would be like, "Can you accept me, uh, even if I'm bigger?" That was that insecurity I had. But like going back to the concept of the male image, there goes the root of a lot of why men still seek to look this way, and then society still says, "I'm not going to accept you."
Right.
It's like a caste system. Uh, in different countries, they have caste systems, and they'll be off your skin tone. Darker skin, you presented as poorer.
Hmm.
Lighter skin, you're presented as richer. And the same concept comes into play when it comes to physique. You got a great physique, you must be athletic, you must be hung, you must be all those things, right? But then they don't look at the personality that comes with a person. It's like, well, he's an asshole. Well, he's an asshole, right? And granted, you can be an asshole in any physique you got, but he's an asshole. But you are so highly focused on the physique, and that physique is not going to love you every night. That physique is not going to be the thing that protects you every night, right?
Hmm.
And that's kind of where I start to think, in where society fails is we're so secure in what a physique is supposed to be, and it doesn't look at the identity of who a person is. My physique should not be my identity. Right? My
Right.
identity is is how I present my spirit around people, the energy people get from me.
And
Yep.
I think also to piggyback on that is a lot of people may have an issue with accepting, or they may really like or love the person that they're with, but they're worried about what other people think, and that jeopardizes relationships as well. I would assume so.
Yeah, yeah. Think about it. Sometimes we sell ourselves to the idea of wanting to be something someone else wants because we think that's what they will be attracted to.
Mm.
Anybody ever ask their partner what they liked, like from like a different perspective?
As far
Like
as
for instance,
physical or
take for instance, if you saw the actor or the actress or the movie star that your partner liked, and you looked at your physique, do you ever be like, is this person attracted to me? Right? Ever question that concept?
I used to, but I got over it a long time ago. And now we point out each other, we point out people to each other all the time. And we joke, like, I'm like, if this person ever comes along, I'm not coming home that night. I'll come home eventually, but, I'm not coming home that night. And we laugh about it. So it's just, I know that what he likes on them has nothing to do with me. And vice versa. It doesn't mean that I feel any less about him. It's just this one person, for whatever they have, caught my eye. And like my big thing with attraction and my big fight is when people colorism. I cannot stand. I will lose my shit when people say, "Oh, I don't date black people. It's just my preference," or "I don't date one group of people and it's my preference." I'm like, a preference is fucking salsa or ketchup or over mayo and stuff like that. Saying that a whole race is unattractive is a prejudice, and it's
Yeah.
built from racism. And so I get really into the weeds with that stuff because I know people who are white and black who have exact same features except for their skin tone. There's a couple actors that look identical versus black or white, and so I'm what looks good on someone could look terrible on another one. So it's specific to each individual person. Some person can have a giant nose, but for some reason it works on their face. So it's all individual. We can't steal each other's features and all be as hot as the one person. Some stuff just works. So when I thought about it through that lens, it took the sting away from me worrying about what I look like versus what else he sees. Now I tell him, you want it, go get it. Like, get out my face, go have fun. Don't come crying back to me if it doesn't work, because I might be somewhere else. So I had to like take everything that we talked about and build my own internal confidence. And then one other thing is that, I forced myself into the mold of the what I thought was stereotypically attractive. I raced to the bottom. I got here and then realized I don't even like these people. Like, you want to get in these circles and you want to be around these people, and then you sit in a room with them and they are gross. They're not emotionally mature. They're evil. They don't like themselves. They don't like each other. And it's like, why did I want to be here so bad? And you look back to the people who've been there, no matter what you look like, and you're like, they're the real ones. And so we put this emphasis on trying to be around people that we don't know, who we won't even like, who don't like us. So I just stopped wasting my time.
Yeah. It's that 30-minute, 7:30, or it's 7:30 for me, 8:30 for you Eastern
8:30 for
Standard
me.
Time.
So
Yeah.
we're going to stop for a little water check.
Make sure you're doing a water check. If you haven't taken your vitamins, please take your vitamins. What's happening, Barry Mother? Welcome to the live, and the rest of you all. Thank you so much for the likes. We have 5,000 likes. Keep tapping Tony's screen. Let's get some more people in here and join that FYP. And share the live if you have an opportunity to do so. Make sure every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to join our sister chat with VSG Bestie. Talk Barry to me. She's having a party on July 30th, and
Everyone's
celebration.
invited.
In celebration for Pride Month. So that's gonna be pretty fun. I can assume so. Tony and I will be there with our pasties on. And
Pasties, tassels.
Y'all some hidden
I
freaks.
don't know
Just
what they
start
call
talking nasty. Y'all want to get freaky. Let's turn this live upside down.
They are too.
Let's get to
They
the good
are.
stuff.
And Bestie's
Um,
live. It's going to be an after dark version.
Yeah, it's not July
Okay.
30th. It's June 30th. You're right, Amber. Thanks for the correction.
All right, I'm gonna save my hoish ways for them.
Yeah. every other Monday, make sure to tune in to Barry Unfiltered, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course every Tuesday, me and Tony be on Barry Mail Experience at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Taco Tuesday. Every other Wednesday with Barry's Sisters at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it'd be 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And the waiting table is on every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. Hey, on the 1st of July, we got Fadeaway Ryan. We wanted Ryan to come up and hang out with us in this conversation. Mental health shop talk with the fellas. We're going to start. We meet every first of the month and go live, and I don't know what day that falls on this time. Is it Monday or?
So yeah, that falls on Monday.
Yeah,
every first Monday of July. I mean, every first Monday of the month.
Every first Monday of the month, yeah. So we'll meet up here live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Barry Mail Experience for the first half hour, and then we'll move to a Zoom. And all the fellas are welcome to join us. We'll give you the link if you want to shoot Tony and I an email or a DM to Barry Mail Experience at gmail.com. You can do so. Or you can shoot us a DM with your email and we'll get you that Zoom link, or just meet up with us on that Monday and we'll provide that Zoom link somehow so that you can join us. And again, all you fellas can join us.
You saw the same thing.
Bestie, man. She's out of control.
That was hilarious.
In the link in the bio, we are trying to pull together an effort to raise funds for the Trevor Project in recognition for suicide prevention in the LGBTQAI community. So if you're interested in dropping 50 cents on that, we'd appreciate it. Also, and if you're also interested in the shop in the bio, anything you purchase in the bio from our shop, BME shop, all proceeds will go to the Trevor Fund to recognize suicide prevention in the community. Bariatric retreat is coming up November 7th through the 10th. We're trying to get at least 100 men to show up. I know of about 10. And
I'll be going
really,
now.
I know a few
Nice.
people on this panel that are going.
Mm-hmm.
oh, you're going? Okay, that's awesome, Ryan. So, yeah, 11.
Oh, D's going.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
we're trying to get
And
100
Chris.
guys to show up. If
Gavin,
you're
Josh,
awesome enough
Craig,
to
y'all
listen,
coming?
that's what we're pushing for. Josh, you coming, Craig?
I'm looking at my work schedule. I travel every other week for work, so
Yeah.
Should
I'm
Yeah,
travel.
it's
Are
the
the
it's the
holidays?
7th through the 10th of November. If you want more information on that, again, the link is in the bio. There you can get $25 off the cost of that. BME, use BME for the code, and hope to see you all there. I think I covered everything, Tony.
I think you did, because I had it all written down. I don't think you missed a thing.
Right.
That's
So
pretty good. I had to sit there and read the whole thing out.
I read it too. I'm just getting better at not looking like I'm reading it, I guess.
I still read a book like a 4-year-old, so.
So the big thing that came across, again, one of the things that Tony and I had spoke about is becoming allies in the community. What can we do to support the LGBTQAI community within the bariatric community and abroad? Even those of you in the comments, if you're interested in becoming allies in the community, there are some things that we've come up with. And if there's anything that you guys could share with us, what could we do to become allies within the community? One, and two, Dee brought up a good point when we spoke with him about what can you all do, members of the LGBTQ community, to help us feel comfortable about having those conversations as well, so that's why I'll leave that. I mean, do you have anything to add to that, Tony?
No, I think you pretty much covered all the bases there.
Yeah, understanding bravery required to come out and live authentically, self-acceptance, the journey of self-love and acceptance before seeking it from others, mental health awareness and understanding the mental health challenges related to coming out, all those stories that you all shared um, were amazing, heartfelt, and I don't know if there's anything you guys want to add on the panel, but that's where I'm coming from, where my head's at.
I mean, I'd like to jump in. One thing is just be mindful of what you say around family members and stuff like that, because I can remember growing up and hearing family members say derogatory terms about other gay people, and I'm like, I kept a checklist in my head, and I'm like, okay, they're not safe. I can't feel comfortable. I can't be myself around them. And I kept that running total, and those were the very same people who are like, why didn't you tell me? Why were you scared to tell me? And I'm like, did you hear what you said? And so watch what you say. And if you have a feeling, respect people's privacy, but make it comfortable. Like you can always broach the subject of, hey, I support everyone, or flat out, my best friend pulled me out. She was like, look, I know. And, she was my first experience of true love. Like, I still love her to death. Her husband even knows that I'm her soulmate, and we joke about that. But she knew that I was gay, and she helped pull me out of the closet, and she started my journey on coming out and being comfortable with who I am. And so she is probably the best ally. And she made people around her comfortable. When she was privy to conversations that I wasn't, when people would say what they really feel about gay people around her, she was the one that wasn't sitting quiet in the room and letting them get away with it. She would check them. She would let me know what happened, or she would protect me from ever hearing it, but also take care of them. And so it's just like, be brave when we're around and when we're not around, because that's when it matters, when people think they're safe to say whatever they want.
I would have to say I totally agree with all that, especially with the silent partners. Like, silence is going to be key, and they're going to see it as accepting, and making sure, even as an ally, is just ask the questions. There's one of my really closest straight friends. Unfortunately, he's done time, and he had the perception, and he has the look that I'm going to stay far away from him. But our relationship has grown just because of the fact that he's said, "Hey, Josh, I don't want to come off wrong. I want to learn about your community," and doing that. And the same thing with me is it's roles reverse. Is asking those same questions. Like if something's offensive that I might say, like be honest and tell me. Because I can be a joking around type person in general. But I think like that's the same with everyone else. But being there and being the advocate, obviously supporting and doing things that is like this, and having people be able to speak. I know at work I just moderated a panel at work for about belonging, and the biggest thing was just allowing people to be able to speak their mind freely, but accept it. And if you don't agree with it, have a healthy conversation about it. Don't have it be a yelling match or get offended. Like, have that conversation. If it gets to that point at the end, at least you've had that healthy conversation about it.
Do you feel like there are any and this goes for any of you guys, like, do you guys feel like there's a harder conversation to have? Like, are there certain things that are harder to talk about with people that, you're trying to get to, for them to understand where you're coming from?
Yeah, like for me, I think it's like certain words, like, because I know my niece, sometimes I'll catch her saying, "Well, that's gay." And she'll stop herself and be like, "I'm sorry." And I'm like, that's realistically, that word isn't, you're not using it in a derogatory way. And realistically, there's other meanings. It means happy, like things like that. But then teaching and coaching her on that. But I think there is certain things in certain conversations, like the F word. Like that's a trigger word for me. And some people will just slip out of their mouth and then I walk away, but then my best friend steps in when it might be said around in that situation and say, "Hey, like that's not the type of word to say around Josh, because that might trigger." And go from there. But it's being able to realize there's certain words. And obviously that word, there's so many meanings different in especially different cultures. When I've traveled international, that's just the way that you ask for a cigarette. Like, and but being able to know that is, I think, the knowledge, not being having the, what's that word I'm trying to think of, not knowing. I'll think of it and I'll say it, but
Yeah.
just accepting it and being able to know when the right boundaries and when to cross the line and not to cross the line.
Chris, how about you? I haven't heard from you yet.
Oh, I'm always quiet. But I agree with everything all they all said. Like I said, by you guys doing this is a big support, and supporting all of us and listen to our stories and what struggles we went through as in that community. Somewhat affected our weight loss or our weight gain and surgery too.
Big muscle man.
I know a few. I got you this.
Josh, do you two know what a chaser is?
I don't.
It's a skinny man that likes big guys.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
It's again one of those preferences, like an actual dating site. They're specifically looking for or for not something. They're a chaser. I've seen it so many times. I know one of you talked on it earlier of don't prefer blacks, Asian, that type of thing. Energy, it's 2024. Move on.
Yeah, flowing. Because
Yeah, let's just keep going.
us on the panel, are we seeing any chopping?
No.
I'm not seeing it on my
Yeah,
side.
yeah. We
Yeah. And there's a schedule, but appreciate having joining us.
if no one else is seeing any chopping and you want to join us on the panel, notice any freezing on our end. We got about 15 minutes left of this live. They say it's cutting in and out. Yes, it's freezing. Rolling because there's something I want to jump in. There's something I want to jump into, and I ain't stopping. So,
Go for it.
damn, one of the other things that could stand out for me and bothers me so much is that we've gotten to the point where there are or AI. I don't know what the correct
Order.
order it is, but um, that won't. And we, Tony and I, invited Chris, my good friend here, to the panel because we see it. I see Chris at meetups we go to. He travels and meets us for walks. Me and Chris will be rooming at the bariatric retreat. When Chris is in, and he just loves the community so much. Um, uh, uh, I can't stress how much I feel like Chris. Sometimes you're missing out a little bit, and I chop that up to the shit that you've been through in your life, the trauma. I, we invited you, Ryan, to come up on the panel, not to do a one-on-one with Chris because that takes time. And if the other fellas, if you guys can touch on like that experience and that feeling that he may be going through, how can that be addressed? How do you address that? How can he's most comfortable at his most comfortable space? And at the end of the day, um, Tony and I, Chris, you're the one LGBTQ community, but we love you, man, and we want you to, you feel comfortable in your element, but we want you to be. I don't know, Ryan, if you understand where I'm coming from or what I'm trying to say. I know it may not. It sounds vague.
So
I
it
just don't
sounds
know how
like
else to put it.
you're one, Chris. I'm Corby. I'm a licensed therapist. So I know something to open up a different conversation topic. But if you DM me and you want to actually have a talk, no problem. I can have a one-on-one with you with that. But to kind of get over what I'm hearing, um, I guess receiving all this love from everyone, and how do you accept that, and what does that make you feel like receiving that?
never felt accepted there, but this community I feel accepted, just like welcoming and I just feel different, like like from that other community. You know what I mean? Just like I.
Okay. Can I ask you a question more so on how would you want someone showing up loving you
Cut off for a second.
how would you want someone showing up loving you? Like realistically, there's going to be moments in your life where you do come to the meetings and things like that. But how do we know we're doing our best, showing up, giving you love, and making you feel connected still?
Checking on me and how I'm doing, and
Good. I was only going to ask this because I think sometimes that's a difficult question for men to ask themselves. I love other people, and we can say, "Hey, I want people to show up loving me the way I show up loving them." Um, but then at the same time, are we all receptive to the love we give people? All right.
I have the biggest heart. Like I just like I yeah, I get what you're saying. Sorry.
Nah,
It's okay.
don't stop. What were you gonna say,
It's
Chris?
hard to like that you should love yourself. I mean, like
The gay community, my everyday life, or this community until I started loving myself and accepting myself and not giving myself the hate that I was expecting from others.
Because I think deserve love, and I know that I'm saying that from me. I sometimes I'll take a voice from the past, identify why I don't deserve love, and it then is a reflection of how I show up in people's lives. Right? I'll be overly trying to help. So I'm looking for the reassurance from other people to make me feel validated through their love.
so that's what I kind of take it. Like I work with people with developmental and mental disabilities. I do like support them and they're living independently myself. But like, how can I help other people if I can't even help myself?
And I go help yourself to what? Like, what do you? You've already gotten the surgery, correct? And you're moving towards your goal. So, what more? I guess.
So you can only not walk as much as you would want to because I wouldn't be able to do it. Help them learn how to eat healthy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would help you be more accountable yourself too.
Okay.
Helping to teach them.
If it's on here. But DM me on Instagram and like I love being people's accountability. I'm not gonna be pushy, I'm not gonna berate you, but like I connect people with my Apple Watch and it's just a fun way for me to get on you and just like, oh, I see you did a walk, anything that you're just active and moving around and we can share stories and I've even gone live with people and I just sat on live while they worked out. Like I'm just watching them work out and talking to them so that the hour we can make it your own. But just, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm here for you. I'll help you out and give what I have.
Now, you're in Jersey too, right? You're in Jersey?
Huh?
You're in Jersey?
No, I'm in Dallas.
Oh, that's why you no.
You moving to Dallas?
I came to the Jersey meetup, but cool, we got to connect there. But yeah, no, I just showed up there. I'm originally from Baltimore, but I've been out in Dallas since like 2013.
What were you going to say,
I
Josh?
want to move. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I think it's really important about like just loving yourself. Like I was just having this conversation this last weekend with some of my friends about like I was asking them, I was like, I don't know what it's gonna be like to be skinny because when I haven't my go-to, like everyone loves my personality, and my personality was based around the comedy that I would do around my weight. And that's how I would be like, oh, that's me. And then now it's like, well, what's gonna be my thing? Like, what's gonna be my slip? And trying to figure that out, but realizing now it's like being that, seeing the inspiration that I've been able to get, and that's giving me the inspiration and the acceptance and being able to like show like there is ways out there. And obviously, I'm like a big proponent of like I always thought weight loss surgery was not like the easy way out, but then like it's not. And I now that I've gone through it, and seen like a lot of people's experiences and talked to people, I've been honest with them, and I've been able to convince some people to like really look into it as like it being their thing. But my biggest thing I tell them is do not do it just to do it to see that number go down. Do it when your head tells you it's ready. Because I don't think I would be successful on the beginning part of my journey. But knowing the fact that I'm accepting it now and knowing that this is going to be for my life and this is going to be for the future children I want to be able to have and all that stuff. But being able to know that, and I know Chris, I added you on like Facebook and all that. Like, if you need anything, I'm here for anyone. I work in HR, so it's like my life. I'm not like a therapist like Ryan. I feel like I'm a counselor on the side, and I'm willing to talk to anyone. So you also have me there as well as an accountability partner.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'll tell you, I'm pissed about the choppiness and stuff that went on.
I've been reading this the whole time.
I'm furious. But hey, it is what it is. Can't win them all.
No, and again, like I said, this isn't going to be our last conversation. Again, if open men's panel, I invite all of you back. We can talk about anything. We can talk about your journeys. We can talk about community. We can talk about anything that you guys want. So open panel night, we usually have some type of and it's a good way to to have an open forum because I think a lot of men in the community have things that they want to hear and they want to talk about. And we may not cover it all the time. So if you guys do have suggestions and everything, we would greatly appreciate the feedback from all of you.
Yeah, and we'll see you all July 1st for the open mental health panel shop talk with Ryan. I love that, man. I wish you could have. Thank you all so much for the likes, for getting through this conversation and learning experience for Pride Month, for the month of June. Again, we appreciate all of you all joining us on the panel throughout this month, all the support from the community for this month. And we look forward to strengthening our ally supports moving forward. And yeah, we hear from you, with you in our face and behind your backs, for sure. And
For YouTube, I got pride pins for you guys. I'm gonna give to you guys.
Oh, thanks.
please do.
Okay,
Thanks.
for supporting
Thanks.
us.
We'll connect the address after the live.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you guys. Again, Sunday with Barry, talk Barry to me, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the party on the 30th, June 30th, and Mental Health Shop Talk, 1st of July, Monday.
And
So
if this live was choppy and everything, I know that Shara's down there monitoring everything on YouTube for us. Go back, check out the replay. Hopefully, it comes out a lot better than all the choppiness.
I wonder how that's going to turn out. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube for the replays, and hopefully it's not chopped up.